Everybody, welcome back to the craft room. It has been a few minutes since we have been here once again. Life has just been crazy. If you want to know what's going on, it's because with our restaurant, those of you who have been here for a while, you know that we own a restaurant. Those of you who are new, you might not know, but we own a restaurant. And due to need, it's not supply and demand type thing, but it's like cost demand. But due to that, we have been making a lot more of our products ourselves instead of buying them. For example, cookies. I make all of our cookies now and other sweet treats that I make. We make all of our soups, we make our own chili, we make our own mashed potatoes when we have dinners that use mashed potatoes. So yeah, we have increased the amount of things that we do ourselves, in addition to the cooking that I do for me and Steve. It's not something I am totally accustomed to, but just the drag, I call it a drag. Grocery shopping makes me depressed. Going to the grocery store and trying to find food that I want to buy that's a reasonable price is not always happening like I want it to, so it's kind of depressing, and I get what's the word I'm looking for? I get down about it, but that's not what I'm looking for. I get bummed out, you know. But anyway, that's here nor there. I do still crochet, and I have been crocheting. I've not done. I attempted to do something on the Addy. But Addie right at the very end decided to be naughty, so I took it off and threw it in the scrap thing where it came out of in the first place. But I did actually finish a project. No, it's not the squares. I am still working on those diligently. Those squares are for Terry and Lottie's January challenge, which is just granny squares. I have started on the final part of it, but it's taking me a little bit because if you've seen the previous video about the granny squares, the black is a bad color. It looks pretty, but it is a bad color. It is very difficult for me to see what I'm supposed to be doing. But I can do it. I just have to take my time and go slow. And it can't be a day that I'm tired, because if I'm tired, I can't see very well to do it. But anyway, I used, if you remember, this is some of that yarn that I got for Christmas. I got 3 skeins of yarn for Christmas. This is one of them. This is that Red Heart Monet. I finished this, and you guys have seen this one. I did make, was it 4 granny squares, I believe. Yeah, I made 4 granny squares out of this same color from that same skein of yarn. I also made another project out of that skein of yarn, and I have this much left. So like maybe 3-4 yards at that much. Not a whole lot. This project is a little granny square purse. Now this is not going into Terry and Lottie's challenge because it's not an actual granny square, but these are called granny square purse. I made one like this previously, and I had some issues with it with the handle, and I understand now that patterns are not always correct when it comes to handles on granny square things. So I did this per the pattern, and then when it came time to create the little handle, I kind of winged it and did it myself, and I think it turned out perfect. So this is what I have. Bring that up closer so you can see it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. There are no ends, I hope. Nope. Here's the inside of it. Looks a lot like the outside of it. I have all my tails taken care of. So this project is 100% complete. I'm super excited. So this is going to go in my stack, which is, if you see those right there, that scarf. This goes with my stack of finished items for 2023. It gives me 3. Not doing too good, am I? That's averaging what, about 1 a week? Because I think we're 3 weeks into 2023. And with the exception of the granny square that you know that I'm working on, my local yarny friend and I, if you watched my channel last year, we were doing a challenge about every month just between the two of us, and we invited you guys along if you wanted to. But we kind of stopped in September for several reasons. In September, we were going to do a granny, not a granny square, we're going to do a baby ripple blanket. We chose the pattern together. I gave her some yarn because I had several of these Bernat Baby. This one is a peach. I had 2 peach, a blue, and then I have some pink that I'm pretty sure is the same thing. It just didn't have a label on it. It was wound up in a ball. I gave her the choice of what colors. Whoops, don't pull that out, Anna. Anna just about booed. I gave her the choice of what color she would want. We decided on 2 separate colors because the pattern uses 2 separate colors. She chose the blue that I had and a peach because I had 2 peach and a blue and then the pink. And I do have other pink over there that's red heart if I run out of this, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have plenty. But anyway, she chose the peach and the blue. She has been working on hers, and at this point we are both at the same spot, or at least we were earlier today. But anyway, I will put the link to the pattern down in the description box. It is a free pattern that we're using, and I'll also put a link to the pattern for this down in the description box. Hopefully I remember. If not, somebody comment and remind me. But here it is. I am right about, what I say, 21 inches. I think this is halfway. Ooh, guess what I just did, boys and girls? Pulled out some stitches. We don't like to pull out stitches. I don't know where my little bowl of stitch markers are at. Tisk tisk. Oh well. We won't do it again. But anyway, I'm going to try and hold this up so you can see it. I know the light might kind of blow it out a little bit. But as you can see, it's pink and peach. That light is terrible. I apologize. It looks good for everything else, but this is actually a light anyway, and I think it is difficult to see. Because it's 3 rows of peach, a row of pink, a row of peach, and then you go 3 rows of peach, pink, peach, pink, 3 rows of peach. So it's a repeat of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-row repeat, pretty much. And like I said, this is about halfway. And I have done all of this in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. So yeah, I think it is really pretty. And no, I am not making this because I need it. I am just making this because it was something that we chose to do. And who knows, it could be a fair project. There we go. It could be a fair project. Probably not, but it could be a fair project. And it definitely could or will be donated somewhere in the near future. Well, probably by the end of the year. So that's what I've been up to. That's about all that I have going. I don't really have currently anything else that I'm working on. I have been thinking, which I just might grab some yarn from my craft room and start another one, but I'd like to make one of those with regular worsted weight yarn, just because I want to. I kind of like that stitch. I like the way lazy ripple, slow ripple, whatever you want to call that type of ripple. I like that kind of ripple, and I like the way that blanket works up. It's an easy pattern to remember. Stitch wise, it's just 2, 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2. Super simple. Once I figured it out. It took me a while to figure it out. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting a couple of regular worsted weights from my stash over here, or down there, or all over the craft room. I need to really clean my craft room and straighten it up quite a bit. But grabbing some yarn and possibly starting another blanket. I know, sounds weird. Blankets are big projects, but I know it's what I want to do right now, so it's still a little cool and I need to stay warm. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm sorry I've been missing quite a bit, but I just haven't had the time to work on projects, and I haven't had the time to come to the craft room and make videos for you guys. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in my next video.